everyone, and welcome back. I'm Heather Stamper, and today is a book talk day. Now, I had been considering for a bit what kind of rating system to use, so I think I'm going to go with the bookmark system, 5 bookmarks being the best, and 1 or 0 being don't even bother picking this thing up. Pretty self explanatory. So today's book is The Queen's Gambit by Walter Tevis. And if you are familiar with the Emmy Award show, or if you have been watching Netflix, you'll know that there is a series on the book. And I will admit, I saw the TV series before I read the book. And the TV series was very impressive, very well thought out. I go to read the book and I made some interesting discoveries. One, they did a great job in adapting the book to the TV series. And it's always a challenge to decide what things are essential and what things need to be cut. And I think they did a really good job keeping the integrity of the story intact. And for considering that the book was written originally in 1983 during the height of the Cold War and views of women and things like that at the time, it's held up pretty well. Now, I'll give you a brief rundown in case you haven't seen either, and no spoilers will be given throughout. The story is about a girl named Beth Harmon who her life is a hot mess. Just putting it out there. It's like father's gone, mother died in a very tragic car accident in front of her daughter's eyes. She gets sent to this delightfully charming children's home called Methuen, and this was back in the mid 50s, early 60s, and this was still at a time where, yes, let's keep the children quiet. Let's give them sedatives, addictive sedatives. So one of the big themes in the book is, drug abuse, drug culture, and alcoholism. Beth, figures out pretty early on that these pills make her feel better and help her to sleep at night. So instead of taking the pills during the day, she holds them back and she saves them for at night. She does make a friend in the janitor, Mr. Scheibel, who he's kind of one of those gruff old grandpa men, and he studies chess in the basement. And all she wants to do is learn how to play. She thinks that the pieces look fun and that even though she doesn't understand what she's looking at, she thinks it's pretty cool. And so she pesters him long enough, get him to teach her. And she's really good at it. And in fact, it's like once she gets the basic principles down, she learns quick ways to win. She's good at playing it out in her head, which I've never played chess, but I know a lot of it is a head game where you have to predict in advance what all the moves are going to be. So that's pretty awesome. She gets noticed by the local high school. And I have her play when she was 8 years old. She's playing against these high school students and she beats them soundly. But the children's home is rather embarrassed, that this girl is doing such a boy thing. Oh my gosh, playing chess is for boys. Oh no, what are we going to do? We ban her from playing. That's what we do. And then problem comes up when the government says you can't be pushing sedatives on these kids anymore. How dare they try to, be ethical? She does her darndest to try and get as many of those pills as she can. And it's like one of the first episodes of the show is it's quite disturbing because this is a child who is clearly in a drug-seeking behavior pattern. She ends up getting adopted when she's about 13 years old by this couple who the guy is just an absolute peach. He pretty much abandons his wife physically, emotionally. It's like going on these long business trips for weeks or months at a time. Oh no, I've been detained again. Leaving her home alone. And now she has this young, precocious chess genius who definitely has social issues. I don't know why. She begins to see that she's got some serious skills. And when Beth tells her about, there's these chess tournaments where you win money, ding, 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 that lights the bulb and it sends them on a path of her career. Do I think that the adopted mom loved her? Yeah, I think she did in her way. She was in a pretty bad place to begin with, and it gave her a lot of motivation to keep going for her sake. Did Beth pick up some of her habits? Yeah, but when her guardian dies, now she's really on her own. And how is she going to deal with all the pressure of national championships and going up against the Russians and things like that? As someone that is just fresh out of high school by the end of the book, and how she deals with that is really what the story is about. I will say, if you like chess, you're going to like this book. If you don't understand chess at all, you're going to like this book. Probably the biggest disturbing things is the drug and alcohol abuse by this young kid, the situations that she gets herself into throughout the book and throughout the series. It is quite, oh my goodness. I think they did a great job in casting the TV series. The young lady that plays Beth Harmon is the same actress who plays the protagonist in Witch. So if you've seen that creepy crawler, they were on point. Everybody was well cast. Everybody played out well. They did cut a couple of scenes and embellished one or two, but you expect that with any series. And I think the cuts that they made were appropriate to the story they were trying to tell. I give this book 4 out of 5 bookmarks, just because that, in my mind, as a writer and as a reader who deals with young people on a regular basis and understands some of these psychological things that are going on, there were some things that in the book that I was like, was that necessary? That just kind of added an extra layer that probably didn't need to be there. If you've read the book, when you know, you know. I'm not going to go in it. For the TV series, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 bookmarks because they were faithful to it. They cut what I thought was necessary to be cut to make it a good continuous series. The elements that they did add to it were, in my mind, superfluous enough that it didn't affect the overall story in itself. If you like these type of videos, please click like and subscribe and ding-a-ling the little notification bell, and I will see you in the next video. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.